God is good.
All the time.
Good?
All the time.
All the time. I have been here before, and you prayed for me for 2017 elections, and I won. And and I want to start by saying thank you. We came here for a woman empowerment event. Yes. So I want to say thank you. Pastor Dorcus Rigade. Honestly, when I hear you're going somewhere, and especially in my county, I want to be there to welcome you. I'm so sorry with the budget processes going on right now, policy statements going on, and Kewopa and GAF having meetings. I was at Windsor. I rushed, so I apologize for not being here to welcome you. Pastor Esther, thank you so much for everything that you're doing. I heard the lady who was here, my condolences, but I know that when you lose someone that you love, God becomes that person for you. He says that he takes over for all widows. So I wish you much strength. And I know that in Nairobi, we've got a very strong widows association that really puts all of them together. And through GAF, we help the widows so that they can stand and be strong on their own. And we're making a lot of legislations as government to make sure that we can support widows. If you'd like to talk to me about that before I leave, I'd be able to connect you. You talked about harm reduction. I'm actually pushing a bill in the House on harm reduction. We have realized that drug users are not people, they're not criminals. They're people that are unwell and require help. And Kenya government is so progressive in terms of the services we're offering to drug users. We have harm reduction centers in Mathare. We have one in Gara. We've got them in Mombasa. We started off with something simple like needle exchange because we saw that HIV numbers were going so high, hepatitis C and B were going so high, and it was because people were sharing needles. So as a government, we came up with the needle exchange program where you bring your needle after you use it, we give you a new one. And then later on, we came up with methadone because once you've started taking drugs, then you become a drug user and your body needs it and you can't give up. So methadone is a synthetic drug that actually has no side effects, but it deals with the urges that you have. So I'm actually saying that we need a bill so that we can actually handle this. And then in our prisons, we've got so many people that are there for probably having 1 or 2 sticks of bangi. You know, and they've been arrested and they're serving time. I feel that we should really look at the way the world is moving. Personal use, until we get the person weaned off, should not be criminal because they need help. It is the drug peddlers that we need to put behind bars, not the users, because the users get... We've thrown so many drug users into cells, and they are there because they were already addicted and their bodies needed it. They were going through hardship. You know, yesterday I was in Bagathi Hospital and I met a young man from Kajiado. I was releasing some of the patients that could not pay their bills. And I met a young man from Kajiado and he said, you know, my cousin is here. So the first thing, of course, I'm telling him, why doesn't your cousin have NHIF? NHIF is 500 shillings. If you had it, you wouldn't be now detained because of 160,000. And then he said to me something. He said, you know, she drinks this illicit brews. And he says, if you see her, she was brought here when she was completely finished, wasted, nothing in her body is working. And he goes, none of us know where her ID is. Because all she was is living from one den to the other den to the other. She has no ID, so because she has no ID, she cannot get NHIF. So of course we decided to raise money to release that cousin of his, and the first stop he said would be a border to take her to register for an ID. So we've got some real problems, and I feel that as we push to help drug users, maybe even to release them from cells so they can go back to their families because they're now rehabilitated, reduce their sentences. We need to really go hard on the people that peddle drugs, because they're making it so easy for you to find that option. And as we build so many churches and we have so much going on spirituality, I want a drug user to find a home in church. And that's why I celebrate everything that this church and many other churches are doing together with the second lady, because the home that can give you peace has to be the house of God. It can't be a drug den where the peddler is becoming rich and destroying you. I want to say thank you for this opportunity. And second lady, Pastor Dorcus Rigade, honestly, thank you. Because we looked after the girl child and we continue looking after the girl child. But who will marry this girl child if there are no men? And you have picked up an area that is so important. So God bless you for what you're doing. Thank you.